different to us, but they're also white, so I'm allowed to be racist to them.
Ripley, how come I'm now banned? Unban me from the Discord server.
Nick, you don't score until you score!
There is my boy.
Hello everyone, welcome to the ShockMouths stream. I'm Mitch, and our replacement Ripley for today is none other than, what is it now, MsPerfectParadox? You're no longer perfect Paradox? What happened?
No longer perfect.
Did you lose your
no longer
perfection?
perfect. I moved to where I am. I moved to the south.
No, did you realize that it's fucking hard to type your name out fully all of the time, like MsPerfectParadox? It's too long, damn it.
I realized that those of you who are lazy like you would just rather prefer the paradox bit. So I've condensed it. So.
Oh, thank you for that. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hello, Ozzy in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Let's fucking go.
Goodness. All right.
All right, before we get into the maiming and the attempted assassination of a YouTuber, very, very fun topic, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, a comedian YouTuber, nonetheless. Like he's just he's a comedian.
Of course,
I mean,
it wouldn't be anybody less.
Right. Of
Who
course.
else would have an assassination attempt on them in these days?
Well, Will Smith is into the assault charge, so I mean, might as
And
well
who's that
add-
against?
that was against
A comedian!
Yeah, a comedian. Yep.
Oh. Sorry, I'm still waking up. I don't know why I agreed to do these fucking early morning streams, even though it's like 9:05.
Because your early morning streams is my evening. That's why.
Oh, okay, so 5 o'clock's
And
evening.
you know what I realized the other night too was that why your time worked so well is because I was on West Coast. I was 3 hours behind what I am now, and so what?
Oh yeah, especially now with the daylight savings, like you're off and us being on.
Exactly.
It was
Yep.
really only a 5-hour difference if you ignored the day. That it was a different
Yeah.
day. Really, it was 5 hours of difference.
Right.
Worked really good. But then you had to run away.
Run fast and far. That's my motto.
Hello, Trivial. Hello, Rylan. Before we get into the death and destruction. So Paradox, I keep saying perfect, but that you're the artist
It doesn't
formerly known
matter.
as Perfect Paradox. Paradox left Twitter because she's a baby. Because her least favorite person in the world coughed up $44 billion, bought it, and thought that just made him basically governor of the world. And what did you say? He learned recently that it doesn't make him governor of the world.
Yeah, so apparently the EU has told him that if he's going to allow COVID misinformation on the platform, that they're going to block it. They're going to block all of Twitter. That's what the EU has apparently told him. So him and his free speech and everything goes is going to get him blocked in the EU.
You mean I spent $44 billion on a website.com and I don't get to do what I want? Oh. Who would spend $44 billion and not get to do that? That just sounds stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm Elon Musk. How's that, Ozzy? Is it better? Does Paradox sound better?
Oh, let me tell you, I don't know if I'm too low, but if I'm too low, that's rarely happens. So, got a very loud
So,
mouth.
because of that, Paradox left Twitter. So she doesn't
Yes.
get to see what's on Twitter anymore.
Correct. And I gotta tell you, my life has gone infinitely better. Not reading the stupid people that think that they have the smartest shit to say, and it's just absolutely the most.
I'm not one of those people. I never claim I have smart shit to say. Not after the other day.
I'm telling you to stop.
Not after this tweet I made the other day where I thought something was happening and I was like, this would be really funny without context. I left it up without context for 15 minutes. And Paradox, unbeknownst to me, got messages from 2 different people.
Different people.
Asking if I was okay. I said, here's how bad things are. I'm strolling through Newcastle, shoeless, holding a cup of my own piss. I wish I was lying. Which was true.
I got this.
I had KFC Jesus message me out of the blue, out of nowhere, like, hey man, are you okay? KFC Jesus of all people. The guy that puts a KFC bucket on his head was asking if I'm emotionally okay.
That should really tell you something, Mitch. I mean, that should tell you everything.
Oh, there he is here. He's like, hey, my guy, please DM me.
Well, I got one that was just a screen cap of what you said, and then I got one with the actual link to your tweet, and so I obviously just read it, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. So I was like, I don't know if he's okay. I can't tell you if he's okay because he's usually not running around shoeless.
Are you killing me?
Oh god, I was like, Mitch, are you all right?
No, I'm fine. The context was I was going to drop off a piss sample to the doctor, and I forgot to wear shoes. But I'd driven too far, and I'm like, I'm not driving home to get my shoes. So I just walked in.
How do you forget your shoes? How?
I was on the phone. I was out the side having a cigarette. I'm on the phone. Piss is already in the car. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just talking. I just get in the car. Put on hands-free because I'm responsible, and then kept driving. And then I got halfway, and I'm on the phone, and then I realized, oh, fuck. You made me leave the house with no shoes on. By the way, there's a cup of my piss in the car.
I don't know what you were getting your piss examined for either. I think I'm good on that front too.
Oh, it's just routine, just to make sure something worked. Make sure that I'm hokey-dory. And they didn't call yet, so
I don't think you can tell if it works by pee.
What?
You didn't get the innuendo. That's all right. Moving on. I said I don't think you can tell if it works just by pee.
Are you talking about erectile dysfunction?
Yes, exactly.
You definitely cannot pee if you have an erection. So, I mean, can you piss? Yes. You don't have an erection. Although, I can do it if I bend over like a teapot. There's a trick, fellas. If you're really, like, hanging for a piss and you got a boner, just bend over. And it works. Trust me. Maybe I'm broken. Because I remember learning about sex ed in school, and they told us, no, you can't pee when you have an erection. It's designed that way so you don't fucking unload piss into the vagina.
Well, my whole point is that you can't tell by piss if you've got erectile dysfunction. Like, you can't tell by
That's not what I was testing for!
Yeah, well, that was the point! Oh, God. See, now that we've destroyed the whole joke, can we move on to the... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good. Anywho.
All right, good.
Isn't it such a fucking statement of God or whatever fucking made us that the piss hole really is the personification of how simple I can't even say genders anymore without getting cancelled. But you know, men are simple. We have one hole that we piss, cum, and whatever out of, whereas women have like 3 holes down there. Because you are not simple people. You have to be that complicated.
No, because we like to divide and conquer. That's why.
No, that's our thing. Don't fucking...
Conquer. Yes, absolutely.
Rylan says, who the fuck is going to piss like a teapot? Everybody. Everybody with a boner that is desperate to pee. Oh, boy.
This has gone down a road neither one of us wanted to travel.
But that's what happens every single time we get on a stream. It's like, hang on, how did we get here? Also, this weekend, I'm going to be doing a stream, luckily at a later time than this, by 3 hours. Midday Australia time Saturday, which I think is 8 p.m. Eastern? I put it in a tweet.
Okay.
Anyway, it's on...
which... Only you can see if people were on Twitter.
And where we will be crowning the official ShockMouths e-girl. The poll is still up and votable. Voting closes basically during that stream when I go to click on it.
Did you put a poll up on your community tab?
Yeah, it's on the community tab.
Wait,
So go to this channel, go to the community tab.
All right.
There's more votes on that thing than there are views of that stream that we announced it. Right now, Liana's just in the lead, followed very closely by Abby Blackbird, and then everybody else. It's basically between Liana and Abby Blackbird right now. I'd appreciate it if Liana won. I don't want to sway the vote, but it would cost a lot less in shipping to send Liana the prize, which is basically going to be some merch that she has to take photos of herself in, so we can put it on the stream and be like, look, that's our e-girl. It should be like this shirt, actually. Instead of saying big dick, it should say big pussy.
You should send a hat. Do you have a hat?
No, I've lost my Make Ego Raptor Animate Again hat. I need to get some more.
Oh, what?
I don't know where it is. I lose all my shit.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
I have like some half shit in storage, some half shit in my mom's. There's shit everywhere, alright? That's not the worst thing that's happened to me lately.
That's true. That's true. And are we going to discuss the job, or are we not going to discuss the job?
Okay, so I don't have that job anymore. I have other jobs, by the way. I didn't just quit a job and then just have nothing. I have this other job. They just haven't asked me to come back in yet. But they will. No, that was just... There was red flags. I don't know how much I can say. Well,
you can say that you left with no notice. You can say that you didn't return things that didn't belong to you.
I did.
Say that
the shirts. No, I didn't return those. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
No, something was said, kind of pushed me out. I was like, well, that kind of does it. Like, I'm like, they know I was prepared to give up Christmas to work for them, so I wasn't going to see my daughter on Christmas. I'm not getting paid extra money for working after midnight, which I know in America probably isn't a thing, but in Australia, it's pretty fucking common. It's called penalty rates. Write that down, America.
We've got pay differential for different shifts. For like a graveyard shift usually gets like a 25-cent differential.
25 cents?
That's if you are, well, mostly if you're unionized. A lot of the graveyard shifts like regularly don't do that. But
no. Here it's usually like you'll get what we call time and a half, which is like 1.5 times your pay per hour, like after a certain time, like after 10 p.m. or midnight. But there it was like nothing. But we get that we'd get it on Saturdays and Sundays anyway. So all these other bunch of fucking things, and then something was said to me, and I was like, huh. And I made my decision there. I was like, I'm gone. But I worked another 2.5 hours, didn't say a fucking word. Went on my dinner break, stood outside, cleared out my locker. But I left one thing.
What did you leave?
I left a can of deodorant. You've gone mute. Did you die?
I died.
That's brutal. It's brutal if you know the context. So then I went outside.
So you left a can of deodorant in your locker, and you went outside, and you did what?
Had a cigarette. Thought about it some more. I was like, yep, definitely. I was like, I don't owe them a fucking thing. Got in the car and left. Sent an email saying, yep, I resign, which I don't think they checked until the Monday. This was a Saturday night.
So you just got up in the middle of your shift and you left?
Well, no, it was during my dinner break. So I wanted to go right then, but then they'd know. Right. But dinner break...
Well, not like they wouldn't know if you didn't come back from your dinner break.
It took them an hour. An hour after I was due back for them to try and contact me.
All right, fair enough.
I will say though, the manager, the actual like big honcho manager, was actually the most lovely person there is. That's what. Yeah,
Yeah, but your direct manager was not.
Well, no, the person that said something wasn't even a manager or supervisor. That's what I was like. Yeah, if I wanted to work with fucking high school girls, I'd go work at McDonald's.
Yeah, or at Twitch.
Oh, that had a different connotation to it than working at McDonald's, okay? Don't throw the McDonald's workers in with the Twitch workers, alright? Hey, Huggy Bear. Good, how are you? I'm doing this at this time for you.
You know, tired. Your story reminded me of one of the stories that I had in my 20s. I came to work. Something had happened. I suffered through the rest of my shift, and then I wrote on a Post-it note and put it in my boss's box, like her little box.
In her box.
And I said, I call in sick tomorrow. I call in sick tonight, and I quit tomorrow because I was supposed to work a double. So I actually called the person to relieve me to come in and because it was a position that required someone to be there. So I called in someone and I just said, I call in sick tonight and I quit tomorrow. And I left it. That was it. And they did. They paid me for the night that I called in sick.
Oh, that was the other thing. Half of my training shifts, the person would call in sick.
Yeah, see, that's bullshit.
And people were always late. I was always on time. Like, more than on time. Anyway. In a box.
Well, it's in the rearview mirror
The other thing,
now.
it was taking away work time from this other place I work for, which pays 3 times as much.
Yeah, that's just stupid to turn that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as consistent, but...
Yeah, but it pays more, and you actually like them. I mean, that helps.
Yeah, it does help. Like, every workplace has their problems.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, there's problems here. Oh, no, I'm going to go. No, it was like, I'm not fucking welcome here at all.
Nope.
I don't hang around when I'm not welcome. I don't know if you've noticed this over the past half decade. By the way, happy 6 years of friendship. I just realized that this morning.
Oh, my God. Is it really 6 years? Holy shit. Oh. Huh. Huh. And I haven't given you a picture in like 2 years. Sorry about that.
I don't think people know that you do that.
Oh, yeah. So for people who don't know me, I have never done a face reveal. I think I accidentally doxed myself once in a poker game with Tommy. But nobody else has ever seen me. And so I give Mitch a yearly photograph of a selfie that I do because I hate selfies. I refuse to do selfies.
There's a reason.
Most self-absorbed fucking obsessive thing that human beings can do. Oh, I'm going to take a picture of myself and send it to people. I don't understand it. It's one of those things I don't understand. So I don't do it. So I have to consciously sit there and take a fucking photograph of myself because I won't normally do it. So,
but the thing is, she doesn't warn me when she's going to do it, and like it has a self-destruction thing of like a minute. So then I got a minute. Yeah. And I remember the last time you did it because it was the middle of 2020. I was on the beach with Laura, and you sent it to me. And I was like, oh, she's done it. She said it's that time of year. And Laura's like, what's going on? I went, no, go away. I need to just stare at this for a minute and just take in all of the features before it disappears. She's like, what? I'm like, I'll explain later. Just I'll explain later.
That's funny. Yeah, so you never get a heads up, and nope. I just send it to you, and it has a minute self-destruction the way that it's intended. And so then and what you don't know is I turn around and delete it in my phone.
Okay, so FriendlyJordies, Australian YouTuber.
Jordy.
I think this has put him on like if he wasn't before, I think this has put him on like the worldwide YouTuber map. Because even
I would think so.
Was it Moist Critical, that guy with the long hair? It was like, whoa, that guy.
Yeah.
Even he was talking about it. But granted, I'm pretty sure whenever he talks about a topic, it's like he finds out about it 5 minutes before. I don't know why I'm criticizing him for that, because I do the same thing.
Do you want to do a quick recap for those who don't know about FriendlyJordies and what happened?
Yeah, I've been following him since about 2013. He had about 10,000 subs or something.
Yeah.
So he started making just videos in his house, just making fun of politicians and stuff like that. And he did that for some time, up until a few years ago. He started actually doing like journalistic kind of... I mean, the stuff he did in the early days was kind of journalistic, but it was more goofy. It was a lot more goofy than what it is now.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Geek Squeak. And so, yeah, the last few years he's started doing actually like journalistic pieces, still with like the jokes and stuff in it. He's gone after the then deputy premier, which is like deputy governor of this state. He went after him, accusing him of corruption. I'm not going to say that he's corrupt, or even suggest that he is, because that guy sued FriendlyJordies, and I think he ended up getting money out of Google because of the things FriendlyJordies put on YouTube. He's gone after Clive Palmer, who is kind of like a big fat billionaire that became a politician a few years ago. He tried to sue FriendlyJordies as well. Everyone just trying. Whenever rich and powerful people get upset, well, I'm going to fucking sue you, which is basically their equivalent of I'm dubbing on you.
He did more than try to sue him, though. Like, I mean, or not even try to sue him. He did more than sue him, though. I mean, he sent the.
Oh yeah, he sent the. I forgot. Yeah, the deputy premier then sent the fucking counter-terrorism unit of the police after him and arrested one of his employees because his employees saw him, John Barilaro, on the street. Yeah, he's cameraman, he's producer. Saw John Barilaro in the street, asked him a question. John ignored him, and then they thought that was that. But he got so upset, he sent the counter-terrorism police after him.
Threw him on the ground and arrested him.
The funniest thing FriendlyJordies ever did was during one of his videos taking down the deputy premier. He was dressed in a robe, in this beautiful, rich, like fucking Monty Burns-looking chair, holding a cigar, talking about how John Barilaro had, I think it was like these properties that he would rent out on Airbnb, and he's like, how the fuck can someone on this salary afford like these kind of homes, showing pictures of them and stuff. Went for like half an hour. So there's this build-up, and it gets to like a few minutes before the end of the video. He reveals that the chair that he's sitting in and this big fancy room that he's in is actually the house that John Barilaro owns, and that he rented it out himself and had it to himself for a weekend. And one of the running gags was like he'd call him Super Mario because like John Barilaro is Italian. Oh, thank you for the money, Geek Squeak. Big D energy. Thank you. So he covered the house in Super Mario merchandise. He had sex in every room in the house.
And he intentionally even said, "I have fucked in every room of it."
Yeah. It was like the most mind-blowing reveal like ever. Like WrestleMania's never had a like twist that good.
It was so good. It was so well done. It was so well written and so well delivered. It's just a great video. Yeah. And I think that ended up portions of the transcript of that video ended up in the court case.
Oh. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And there's some videos that he had to... Oh, and another person he went after was Clubs New South Wales, which isn't... I don't think it's a union. It's more like it's a body that kind of... Oh, I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it like governs basically how pubs and clubs operate their gaming venues, like their slots, the slot machines, bogeys and stuff like that. He went after them... because I mean, again, they're a big, powerful thing. I don't even want to say what they're accused of.
But that leads us to in mid-November.
So mid-November. Let me pull this up. The house next door to FriendlyJordies got caught on fire.
No, firebombed.
It was firebombed, but at the time it was like, oh, it just caught fire. But then 2 days later, FriendlyJordies' house got firebombed. It was like, oh, that other one was a firebomb too. Fuck. So they've attempted to firebomb.
The way that it almost reads like the houses are connected, or they're like in the same it appears, well, from the way that it reads anyway, it almost sounds like it's like a duplex or something.
Yeah,
like, it sounds like they're right next to each other.
The thing about Australia, especially Sydney, is properties now are basically subdivided as hard as they legally can to get as many fucking tenants in as they can to make as much money from rental.
Right.
Even though we live on the fucking biggest continent that has only one country, the biggest island that has only one country on it, we have so much space, but we're all fucking crammed. We all go to cram into Sydney for some fucking reason. It's I'm not gonna say the R word. I'm not gonna say the R word.
Well, that's because the rest of the fucking country is inhabitable because of all the poisonous animals.
Oh yes, like Las Vegas.
Right, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't swim with those sharks, but, you know.
Yeah, a lot of cheaply built duplexes, although this was in Bondi and that house, like, he's been doxxed too, like, he got fucking doxxed, so I think it was clubs...
You did not just say a lot of cheaply... What did you just say?
Cheaply
built... You didn't just say...
Duplexes, a duplex.
Duplex, oh god, I thought you said Juplex.
No, not duplex. A duplex is a house that's been divided in two.
Sorry, I was like, you can't say that, Mitch.
Oh, okay, anyway, yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was Clubs New South Wales that actually doxed Jordies because in their complaint in court, in publicly available papers, they listed Jordies' address.
Yeah.
So this could have been anybody. I have my idea of who it could have been.
Yeah, I have mine too.
I ain't saying.
Yeah.
And FriendlyJordies ain't saying either. But, yeah, I lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, they cram everybody into one spot, basically, in Sydney.
Yeah.
So the houses being that close to each other isn't a surprise that they fucked up the wrong house the first time.
Yeah, so then they went back and if at first you don't succeed, try again.
They fixed their error. What can I say? That's persistence. There's nothing wrong with persistence.
I think it was I only just learned from you that the reason why Jordies wasn't home was because he forgot he lost his house key.
Yeah.
So he wasn't home.
Yeah, and I got that from an article that Ozzy put up in the Discord. So thank you very much for that article. It said in the article he had lost his key, so he wasn't home.
Matt Pitt said a duplex is a 5 Jewish men combined together like a megazord. They fucking shoot out pennies.
By the way, Matt was that video with Matt the other night. The stream that you guys did was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. I just wanted to say that you guys were really great together. Enjoyed that very much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I don't know how to take compliments ever.
I know you don't. No, so that's why I like to make you uncomfortable. Yep, exactly.
Fucking whore.
Yeah. I'm alright with that.
Alright. So yeah, Jordies came out, like, he came back and assessed the damage, and then the media was there waiting for him. And I'm gonna play from his video what he said to them. Do they credit? They played because they're recording him here for their news, whatever's. They actually played on the news a lot more than I thought they would of him. Like, watching this, I was like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of shit here they're not gonna air. But some of them did.
Really?
Yeah.
Dangerous reporting over the last year, I suppose, of a bunch of extremely powerful people and corporations. There is many people that would want to do that. I obviously can't say who I suspect it is, but I do have like a short list in my head of who I think would have done it. I would hope that the New South Wales strike force that is supposedly set up for fixated people and terrorists would be looking into this.
Wait, hold on. And those are the people, the ones that he's talking about are the people that arrested his cameraman and producer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just give a little context. He's like, okay, well, let's let the police who say that they're supposed to actually do something that have harassed me in the past actually do their fucking job.
And apparently, I think he said in this video that, like, at least the ground level cops, like the cops that he was dealing with. The fixated persons unit is a specialized division. Like, you got to get a fucking promotion to get into that shit. But the ones that he was dealing with, involved with this, said they were very, like, helpful, and they want to find whoever the fuck did this. You can't go fucking firebombing people's houses, alright? You can say mean things online, you control people, but as soon as you fucking cause a fire until you kill somebody, no. Too far. Too fucking far.
Too far.
Comedian and his team for 6 months straight at the whim of a
And that's the thing, it's called it's not called the terrorism unit, it's called the fixated persons unit. So it's designed for people to go, I think it's designed for people that are fixated on, like, someone. Kind of like this person that firebombed FriendlyJordies. They're fixated on him, so really they should be going after this person, but they're probably not.
And what I learned from watching a lot of the FriendlyJordies, he has uploaded some of your guys' Parliament guys actually has questioned the higher up of that department and asked him questions specifically about the FriendlyJordies stuff. And it's just so fun to watch them squirm in their seat as soon as the case is brought up about with the guy getting arrested. And it's just interesting about how much the higher up guys try to cover their ass about just all of it. But FriendlyJordy was definitely about the people that came and put out the fire, the ones that took his report, all that. He was just like, you know, it really says who does public service right.
Yeah.
He was definitely like all about the guys that were there for him and helping him out. It's just specifically the higher up government that is just really fucked. Anyway, go ahead.
Previous premier that all of you defended for his last 10 years, and then
that was the other thing I just forgot. The other thing that John Barilaro did, there was so much fucking shit that he did. Like, there was like the Airbnbs. There was something to do with polluting the water in South. I'm probably fucking that up. He quit Parliament last year, and then went straight into a cushy, like, really top tier, high paid job. It was something like $500,000 a year paid job in New York as a consultant for the state government when he had no qualifications for it. Yeah. And it was like he was handpicked, and like it was like he was chosen for it before he left. I'm possibly getting this wrong. Don't sue me.
You know.
It's
the world
like
is who you know, not what you do.
He knew about the job before he quit, but then the job was advertised after he quit, or something like that. Like, it was just so blatantly, like, fucking corrupt that even my dad, who is conservative-leaning, and John Barilaro is conservative, even my dad was like, come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. How could you do, like... How did you think you would get away with this? But he has. That's what Jordies is referring to here when he's like, all of you defended him last year over that New York thing.
That the New South Wales strike force that is supposedly set up for fixated people and terrorists would be looking into this instead of a comedian and his team for 6 months straight at the whim of a previous premier that all of you defended for his last 10 years. And then when he came out, and even after all the New York stuff, you're still sitting there defending him now. I saw all of your articles today where you all wrote all of the same little narrative that you write every time. I would hope that you would put just as much attention on the fact that that happened as you have on trying to assassinate my character over the last year. Thanks for your time.
Did something happen here a week ago?
Nope, fuck you, pay me, fuck off.
Yep. And one of the things that were to come out is that 50% of that crime unit is political guys' referrals. It's all 50% of that organization is gets referrals and is political orientated somehow. Like somehow there's threats against a politician. There's but a lot their referrals come from 50% of politics, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone ever gets caught for this.
I don't know. Those arson guys are pretty fucking good. Like those arson guys are really good.
I mean, I would imagine he'd have cameras, but
I would think so too, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Especially like, with him being a YouTuber and stuff, I would think that he would have that place staked out, I would think, with cameras and shit, but yeah.
I mean, it looks kind of like the house that he filmed in like years ago in his older videos. It looks similar. I thought he had moved since then anyway. Yeah, that's fucking FriendlyJordies, man. I was going to talk about this last week when it happened, but I forgot. And then it became a big, huge fucking story. And I was like, oh, that took off. Yeah, alright. I'm going to bring in Huggy Bear.
Okay.
Huggy Bears. Huggy Bear.
Hey, Huggy.
Huggy Bear. Why do you call yourself Huggy Bear?
Huggy. You're on mute.
Huggy.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Why do I call myself Huggy Bear? Because I'm fluffy.
You're fluffy. So you're fat.
Fluffy. Wow, fuck you then.
I was trying.
Yeah, I was with an older person during Thanksgiving over here, American Thanksgiving, and she farted, just a little fart, just a little toot, and she goes, "Pardon my fluff."
You know what? Us Americans are disgusting human beings. I swear, on God. But that's fine. Lord,
how are you doing today, Huggy?
When is Canadian Thanksgiving? What is the difference?
Canadian Thanksgiving is just basically when the Canadians beat up on the Native Americans. So that's why. So that's in October. November is our thing.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you,
we felt so guilty. We felt so guilty that we made Indigenous people the next day.
Listen,
Indigenous People Day the very next day.
What made us go from? I don't understand the concept. So we did a huge bullshit photo op feast with Native Americans, and then now it's leading for everyone to have a day off. I'm so confused. I'm so confused at holidays in the U.S.
Was there any fatalities this year at Black Friday? I forgot to check the stats.
No, because I think everything was mainly online, so I don't think there was a lot.
I do have a story about Black Friday.
Yeah?
Go for it.
What happened?
Hear it. So this was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It was on Black Friday 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So around that time, the PlayStation 4 was a hot new item, and I was at my local GameStop, and I think I was trying to get Uncharted. There was a fluffy fellow.
It was you.
He was your typical stereotypical nerd. So he was asking for PlayStation 4, and at that time it was out of stock, and the pricing was like $150 with 2 games of your choice. So it's like, can I have a PlayStation 4 sale? No, you cannot. We're out of stock. You're lying to me. You have some in the back. No, we do not.
No, you did not. No, dude. They never have them in the back. They always put them out the front. It's never in the back. And if it is in the back, they can't see it.
So the GameStop employee was like, no, we don't have them in the back. He's like, no, you're bullshitting. He was like, well, you could do a reservation. And he was like, listen, bro, between me and you ain't going to give me no Black Friday deal. You're going to fuck me over. Now go in the fucking back, check with your own 2 beady eyes, and then tell me there's no PlayStation 4. Other than that, I want the PlayStation 4 now. So he goes in the back. Well, he gives it 5 minutes. He comes out, and then he's like, "Yeah, bro, sorry, no PlayStation 4." So there was a Master Chief statue on the right-hand side of the register with a removable gun.
Oh no.
It was a toy gun, but it's if you ever play Halo, it's like the barrel rifle.
Uh-huh.
So he took it out and he says, I'm going to give you one more chance. Find me a PlayStation 4 now because I know you have it. Because my friend got a PlayStation 4 not too long ago. If you don't give it to me, I'm going to smack you over the head right now.
Did you threaten a Best Buy employee with a Master Chief rifle?
No, a GameStop employee.
Sorry, a GameStop employee.
because in his mind,
Get it right, Mitch. Jesus.
because in everyone's mind here in the States, and if I have any GameStop employees in this chat, I love you and I don't mean all harm, but the customers don't consider GameStop employees as human beings. They're just there to give a shit. So he was like, give it to me now, or else I'm gonna bop you over the head. And like, bro, if you do, I'm gonna call the cops. So this fat fuck ran back so hard, like it looked like he was playing cricket, Mitch, and he thwopped him in the head.
Did you assault a GameStop employee?
Yeah.
Yes.
With a Master Chief gun?
Yep. He fell down. He's down. The kid was like 20, 21. A pup, Mitch. A pup. So he was like, he's screaming at the top of his lungs, I want it now. Give it to me now. And then everyone's telling me, get out, you fucking creep. Get out, you hurt him. And he's like, oh, fuck him. And then he just spat on him and he ran off. So Black Friday, bro, listen, you should see how it is for Call of Duty. Oh, remember those days?
You do not get in the way of gamers and their Call of Duty.
I don't know, bro. I don't know how long you've been collecting Call of Duties, my friend, Paradox. But you remember back in those days when Modern Warfare 2, those motherfuckers be midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. They want that.
What do you mean, those motherfuckers?
Okay.
I'm those motherfuckers.
Let's rewind a bit. Did the fluffy man get charges laid against him for bopping someone in the head with the Master Chief merch prop?
Oh, I did. Oh, I'm super sorry. No, he just ran off. People know of him, but they just figure he was just slow in the head, so they just excused it for it. The kid was just crying. I put it like this: retail on Black Friday or Christmas is it is punishment in itself.
Oh, that's a whole level of hell that you don't want to participate in. There's no way.
Now, granted, Mitch, am a very Paradise can attest to my character. I'm a very lovely, very kind person. Okay?
You're good people, yeah.
But if you're saying something, if you ask me something stupid, or you ask me something that I don't have in the store, but you insist on it because either A, you're better looking than me, number 2, you have more money than me, or number 3, that your parents are richer than me.
I think pretty much 95% of the population is that for me. There's no way that. But
you have a mouth. But you have a mouth. I don't have a mouth. I just let it slide because I don't. I just don't let it go.
What?
I mean, he's making a joke saying, "Well, I mean, you will talk back, Paradox." But for me, I don't.
Oh.
But when people just say something excruciating, I'm like, listen, I'm sorry I cannot help you. We will do the best we can, and whatever. And then they tell me I'm good for nothing, and they run off. That hurts. Black Friday, people's man, it hurts. I don't know which words. Retail as in Starbucks. I mean, retail as in Walmart, Kmart, Target, whatnot, or being in food like in Starbucks, where you have to make people's drinks. And if you get it wrong, people yell at you or smack you.
Okay.
Or throw water in your face.
Okay. No. Alright, so never take Huggy Bear shopping. That's basically what I've taken away. And never take Huggy Bear shopping. Never stand between him and what he wants.
I wouldn't. Wait. I'm not the type of person to hit anyone. I'm a friendly person. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you assassinate my
person
character?
to actually physically assault anyone. But
Yeah. Huggy, what is your opinion on
Black
furries?
Friday,
Oh wait. Did someone say that in the chat? Cause oh boy, Mitch. Okay, I'm gonna say this the most calmest way possible.
Try and condense it,
Furry-
because I gotta go soon.
Oh, furries are just a disease.
Furries is a disease.
furries are a disease.
Furry is a disease, and they are very. And the people that the type of furries that I'm talking about are the type of furries that walk around in their costumes and they pretend they are animals to little kids. That's what I mean.
Oh, I was gonna ask you the double dick question, but I realized now we shouldn't ask that anymore.
No, do not ask that question.
Did I can't remember if
Do
I said.
not ask.
I think I said in the last stream, yeah, that someone has started saying, like, found my TikTok and then found the double dick question from these streams on there. And she's like, what's that about? And I was like, oh no.
Okay, you know what's even funnier about that? I've never answered that question for you. I have
you're a bitch.
literally just sat and listened to everybody's answer. I actually think it's a great question.
Thank you. Tommy C agreed.
I can see.
And Ripley begged me not to ask him. Ripley begged me not to ask Tommy, and I was like, no, I'm fucking doing it. It's our thing. And then Tommy's like, that's a great question.
It's a great question. I say we renew it and we ask it. We should.
Although I already heard the best answer though, which was like with how you grow hair. You grow new hair all the time. So if you just touch someone with your hair, is that cheating? Well, yes, it is. Legally as well.
That's not true.
If you just touch.
Why would that be true?
I'm pretty sure if I took my beard and rubbed it in the mutt of somebody else, I'm pretty sure that's cheating. You shouldn't do it.
I'm very interested. Paradox, after the stream, can you just tell me what this question is?
Oh, it was basically if we could scientifically grow an extra dick and you grew it after you got married to someone and would legally, morally it's wrong, but legally if you fucked someone with that new dick, would it be cheating because the dick wasn't present during the signing of the contract of the marriage? That was basically the question.
Oh, no, it's a part of your DNA or someone else's.
That's another beautiful question. Whole answer. Yeah. That's another beautiful answer. See? Yes, it's part of your DNA. There you go. But the funny thing was that I found everyone gives a different answer. Everyone's got their own.
That's why you should continue the question. You should never stop asking the question. You should continually ask the question.
I need Ripley. I need a cripple.
If it's part of your DNA, it's not cheating.
Ripley's gone mainstream. Ripley was on local radio where he lives, like, for a full hour or two, being interviewed about his videos. I haven't had the chance to listen to it yet, because I don't think he name-dropped us, son of a bitch.
Motherfucker.
He's over there like, yes, I'm now the coolest thing in Adelaide. I had so much competition here in Adelaide. Name one thing, guys, that came from Adelaide.
Yep.
I can think of a couple.
He forgot where he came from. Number one rule of being a star is that you never forget where you came from, and he forgot real quick.
I can think of one, and I'm pretty sure he came from Adelaide. Anthony Lapagja, who was in Frasier a fair bit. He played a drunk English guy in Frasier. And he was the lead
a real stretch for an Australian.
But he was also the lead on Without a Trace. Remember that show? We're going back to
I never watched it.
But he was the lead on that. Pretty sure he's from Adelaide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, soon Ripley will be.
Yeah, that's if they can fucking... Oh, Jesus, no. That's if he can escape Adelaide because he's confined in there because Adelaide doesn't have the infrastructure to make it wheelchair accessible to get out.
Exactly.
Imagine. Sorry, you're just stuck here. You can't leave.
Sorry.
that is actually sad though, because a lot of places Ripley buys tickets for, he goes and their advertisers wheelchair accessible, and he gets there and they're totally not.
Yeah, well, what was it? The last time was a comedy club?
I think it was
Or at least
FriendlyJordies.
The last time I heard. Yeah, it was FriendlyJordies.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we've come full
Yeah.
circle. Yay!
Yeah, and we've come full circle, and we should probably end with that.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Huggy. Thank you for coming, MsPerfectParadox.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna end the stream there. Don't forget, there's a stream this weekend. We're gonna crown the eagle. I don't even know what that entails, but my
And
plan.
don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good shit.
My plans
So if
will
you're
be
here, like and subscribe.
revealed. My evil scheme will be revealed. I'll leave you with that.
They're really different.
Yeah, I don't think you have a plan at all.
White. So I'm allowed to be racist to them.
Ripley, how come I'm now banned? Unban me from the Discord server.
Nick, you don't score until you score.